Hello coders, this is part 3 of our Kaleidoscope tutorial. In part 2, we created some blocks of code that gave our app some functionality. And in part 3, we're going to add some enhancements to that code so that it acts a lot more like a real kaleidoscope. Real kaleidoscopes use mirrors, often 3 mirrors, to create reflections and repeat patterns inside of our view. We're going to create some reflections today by playing around with some variables. In order to do that, we're going to go to our canvas drawer and we're going to scroll down and we're going to choose a second draw line block and place that directly below the first draw line block. This second draw line block is going to be creating a reflection in the horizontal or X direction of whatever we draw on the canvas. To do that, we're going to grab some familiar variables. We're going to start by grabbing the previous Y variable and plug that get block into y sub 1. We're also going to grab a current y block, get current y, and plug that into y sub 2. Notice that both of those blocks are identical to the y1 and y2 blocks in the previous block of code up above. And that's because we don't want to change any y values if we're doing a horizontal reflection. We just want to change the x values. To change the x values and get a mirror image, we're going to use a subtraction block from our math drawer. So if you click on our math drawer, we have a variety of options. Up near the top, you'll find this subtraction block. The first subtraction block is going to take the canvas's width, that's its dimension from left to right. Let's find that block. So all the way down at the bottom. It's the light green one here, canvas1.width. We're going to take that canvas width and we're going to subtract a value from it, specifically the previous x variable. I'm going to hover over previous x, grab this get previous x block, and plug that into my subtraction block. Now that I've built this subtraction block, I can move this subtraction block into place here, and that will assign that value to my x1 coordinate. I'm going to do something very similar now for my x2 coordinate. So I'm going to take a shortcut here and right click and duplicate that block and plug that into my x2. However, I do need to make a very important change. My x2 needs to be a new variable here, and that's going to depend on the value of the current x coordinate. So I'm going to click on current x. So in review, my new mirror image line, my reflection in the horizontal direction, will be subtracting from the canvas width my previous x value, but keeping the previous y the same, subtracting from the canvas width my current x value, but keeping my current y the same. This is a big chunk of code, so let's pause here and connect our code to our phone or tablet so that we can test the functionality. You will head to your Connect and choose AI Companion while I use my emulator. If you're having any trouble connecting your phone or tablet to MIT App Inventor, please ask for some help. Hopefully all has gone well and you can now see the result of our new blocks of code. When we drag our finger across the user interface, we should get some mirror images in the horizontal or X direction. All right, this is starting to feel more like an actual kaleidoscope. We're going to build in some further functionalities though here to give us some more symmetry, specifically in the vertical direction. So I'm going to head back to my canvas drawer and I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to grab a third draw line block and plug that in below our second. This block is going to be similar to our last one with some important differences. In our last block, we were trying to create some horizontal symmetries, so we played around with the x values. In our third drawline block, we're going to try to create some vertical symmetries, and so we're going to play around with the Y blocks. So let's come up here to the top, and we're going to grab a previous X, which is not going to change, and that gets plugged in with X1. We're going to come up to the top again and grab a current X and get that block and plug that into X2. That is not going to change. But our Y values will change, and they will change again using a math subtraction block. Scrolling to the top of my math drawer, I grab that subtraction block. Now, because I'm working in the Y direction, I don't want to subtract from the canvas width, but I want to subtract from the canvas height. So I'm going to come up here to my canvas drawer, scrolling down about 2/3 of the way. We should be able to find this light green canvas 1 height block and plug that into our subtraction block. From the canvas height, I'm going to subtract the previous Y. Hovering over that previous Y, I'll plug that block in and plug that into my Y1 socket. I'm going to take a little bit of a shortcut here, and I'm going to right-click on that blue subtraction block and duplicate. And I'm going to plug that into my Y sub 2 socket with one very important change. I'm going to change this second value in the subtraction block to my current Y value. I should now be able to test out my app either through the companion app or through the emulator that you see on my screen. And I should see some symmetries now both in the X direction and in the Y direction. You'll see that my symmetries now are working in 3 out of the 4 quadrants, which means my app is nearly done but not quite there yet. My last step is going to be going back to the canvas one more time, and I'm going to grab a 4th canvas 1 draw line. And this time I need to make changes both to the X's and the Y's. Now this is a great opportunity for you to stretch and figure out some code yourself. So I'd recommend that you now pause the video and try to look at some of the patterns here. We have our original draw line. We have reflections in the X direction. We have reflections in the Y direction. And now we need to think about one last functionality we might be missing. This last functionality is going to require that we change the X's and the Y's in order to get a full reflection or 180-degree rotation. So again, try pausing the video here and see if you can figure out these last few blocks of code on your own. All right, here is a screenshot of my Kaleidoscope app's finished code. You'll notice down at the bottom of my Canvas 1 dragged event handler, we have the final blocks of code to create the last few bits of symmetry that we would expect in all 4 quadrants of our canvas. Please check this against the code that you might have worked on your own. There might be multiple ways to do this, so my way is not the only way or the best way, but what you see on the screen here should work. Once you've completed this code, you'll come up here to our Connect menu at the top, and you'll choose your AI companion connection. I'm going to use my emulator on the right side of the screen to demonstrate my finished app. When I click on my canvas, I now get symmetries in all 4 quadrants. And I get a pretty decent kaleidoscope result. Thank you so much for following these tutorials. Hopefully you've had a positive experience and you can see the power, the creative power of coding. If you have any challenges with your apps, please make sure you ask for help. Take care.